Would you like me to do an intro? Good evening,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Constitution State Radio Show, where we talk about everything that matters to you and some pork bastards in the pen. So that's what we're doing, right? So what do we got going on today, Constitution?
Today we're going to review some videos of Manuel Mata's and kind of let the people know what's going on with him. He's in jail again on an arrest for basically nothing. They violated his rights and they arrested him, and he's had, I think, a longer string of arrests like this than anyone else I can kind of think of off the top of my head. And it's like every time they see him, they just arrest him, no matter what. If he's listening, if he's not listening, like they just arrest him. And it's kind of crazy to see. And
It does appear to be a certain amount of targeted harassment, perhaps retaliation. They don't like the fact that he's filming, do they?
no, not at all. And I think they prove it time and time again.
Yeah, they do it every time they see him. When they see
Yeah.
him and he's holding a cell phone, they walk up and shake him down.
Yep. And I personally just like met him and started talking to him, and it's crazy to like hear it. Like it's one thing to like see it, but to like hear it and hear all the things that they've done to him, it's insane. It's literally insane. And to think that like it's it's still happening, like not one thing's really been done, or you know what I mean? Like it's literally still happening on a daily basis. If if he's free and like you said, he's holding a camera, they're running up on him, and it's sad.
It is a bit ridiculous. I mean, I don't know why officers can't get it through their skulls that when you're standing in public, it's hands off. Just because I have a camera doesn't mean I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah, it's and the way they use interfering with them is insane. Like I've seen it abused a lot. Like we see it abused all the time, but they just literally like will put it. He'll in the video. They're saying back up or you're interfering. He's backing up, and they still grab him. Like
Yeah. I mean,
how
they'll
does it make
arrest you in
sense?
the middle of complying with what they're saying.
Yep. And um, it's sad how much has already went into him. He's already been out. You know what I mean? He's put money up, got out. You know what I mean? On charges, and they literally do it all over again, and then they revoke bonds. You know what I mean? It the way they're playing with them isn't right.
I call it lawfare.
Yeah,
They don't need to actually jam you up on an actual charge. They don't actually have to convict you to take you out of the game. All they have to do is take up enough of your time that you lose your job and you cannot make a court date. Bam, they got you. You're in the system. You're guilty. You missed the court date.
absolutely. And then they're gonna do it all over again. You know what I mean? It's the system. They don't like you. They don't like filming. You become a target, and they will mess with you every chance they get, right or wrong. And at the
I'm
end of the day,
sorry,
it's hurting.
Sasquatch is having a problem with his chat. It is completely non-functional. So I'm going to pop another one out to see if it'll work. Yes, there we go. All right. Okay, so Manuel Mata has been in jail for, see, he went in a little bit before Car Thief. Was that about 2 weeks before Car Thief? So that's what, 3 months?
Yep.
And my man's languishing behind bars. He's sitting back there. He's struggling so hard. You've heard Johnny Cash. You know what it's all about. It's a struggle every day in the pen, and you know it. It's a struggle out here, and in there, it's worse.
Way worse.
I mean, I don't know if you've ever met Bubba before, but in Southern prisons, we have a gentleman known as Bubba. Be friendly.
I think all prisons do.
Yeah, maybe so. See what we got over here. We got some folks in chat. Why can't I see chat on your thing?
You still can't see it?
It's just not loading for some reason.
Mine's working.
Okay, well, that's fine. As long as yours is working and I have access to it, we're good. So I can see
Yeah.
Jody Who and Farlap Moves. What's up, bud? Heather Holt,
Yep.
thank you for the invite. National auditors, we got Melissa Stedman. Press Harder, that's People himself. You familiar with People? He's a good one.
Y-
You get a
There's a
chance,
bunch
talk.
of them in there.
No, I'm talking about People himself from Press Harder.
Oh, yep.
You know that man. That is an interesting conversation. I don't care what direction you come from it with.
You're right.
John Denicola, good to see you, bud.
Yep.
But the
Melissa, yep.
specificity of this particular show is Manuel Mata and his
Yep.
recent arrests. Now, how many times was he arrested before they just stuck him in and forgot about him?
This time,
Right.
he was on the phone the other day. We were talking, and I think he said, I don't know if he was talking about overall arrest or just charges, but he's facing at least 10 charges.
I can't see that being one arrest. Although I was
No.
one in 19 charges on not being able to hop into a truck.
Yeah.
So it happens.
It's got to be multiple, but and I don't think any of them have even, I don't think he's come to a conclusion of any of them.
Mm-mm. It's too soon.
Yeah.
I mean, you think NC Tyrant Hunter is just now getting through his second arrest, I think. And he's still
Yep.
got, I think, 2 more to go deal with, if I'm not mistaken. He's still got 2 more court dates that he's got to go deal with. And that's why you're not seeing him a whole lot. They have got him tied up in lawfare.
Yep.
And they got him dirty too. They got him real dirty. They got him on one where he was actively stating at the time they arrested him that he, under threat of arrest, I will give you my ID and I will leave the premises. And the guy was like, well, you're arrested now, and threw him down, wrestled him down. There ain't no sense in that.
No, it's just abuse.
I think it was him and Upstate Media out there that day. Anyway,
Melissa Stedman said he's got 8 charges right now, 8 different charges.
right. Well, we've got some video. We've got video of an arrest that takes place during something resembling a council meeting. What is this?
That's what it looks like. If somebody knows, put it up, because I don't even know if I've seen this one.
This is watching some video. Oh, that's this is yours. This is no good. I need the other one. Hold on. That's not the right thing at all. Let's put that in the corner away from it. Okay, here we go. This thing. The TAD meeting.
Yep.
All right.
Please get in there.
That's crazy.
Now, we went ahead and jumped in timestamp up to right before he gets arrested. Currently, if I'm not mistaken, he's standing in the press box. Right?
Yep.
Just a little bit of it beforehand. You're backstage. All right. Heather's backstage.
Is she? Hold on.
I'm sure she'd be very helpful with all of this, having orchestrated it. I've no strings, no siree. You can do it.
There she is.
It's a tax assessment meeting. All right.
Hello, hello.
Hey,
Hello.
Heather.
One of my favorite men up here, the one and only Sasquatch.
You the one, girl. It's all for you. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay,
Can
so
you hear
let's go back a bit. And oh, good, you got my stamp. Sweet.
I got all
Right.
kinds of stuff going
For
on.
those who don't, yeah. For those who don't know, he is Manuel Mata is an activist down in Texas, and they have been messing with him. He's out of Fort Worth. Y'all, this man's an activist. He has people running for, let's just say, real high political seats that are backing him. They're for him. They want the transparency. I've been asked to to say that, but not really give names, because you know how it is out there in them streets. It's a long time ago, seeing what was going on in his community, didn't like what was going on, picked up a camera, and he's been arrested many, many times. But this last year has been really, and out to show with the Tad meeting him and I can't remember who he was there with. Well, anyway, they went in there to record the meeting, and they were told to go over into the press box, which was taped off on the floor in a little bitty rectangle. Well, it was there for the cameras themselves on tripods from, mainstream media. Big enough for two men to stand there with handheld cameras. And this little you see right there in that jacket started all kinds of crap. This is one of the main arrests that everybody has seen. Does Heather need to drop out and come back up? Can y'all not hear me?
I can hear you, but I
Oh
haven't
yeah,
checked.
thank you, Liz. It was Thomas. It was Thomas he was there with. And that little fool right there in the peach, he started it all. So let's go and watch this massive. Now, keep in mind what y'all are about to see. Manuel had been stabbed in the hand not too long before this happened. So he had one hand and a cast on the other hand. So y'all tell me how he even got in there and was holding his camera and everything else. But this is what you're going to see.
All right. Come on, work.
Mr. Jordan, may I ask you for some comments or following? I spoke at City Council. You have no comments?
That's crazy.
I want you to follow the law, Mr. Jordan.
Exactly.
You are not following the law. We have a procedure. You are not following the law. Do we need to do anything?
You have to follow the procedure, not us.
That's right. You have to follow the law.
It's your procedure, not us.
Please follow the procedures. Thank
It's
you.
your procedure. You have to follow.
Thank you for following them.
You don't follow the law any day that you work.
Yeah.
Deputy, you swore an oath to the Constitution, so we expect you to protect our civil rights.
Mr. Mata, we're gonna ask you to please go into the
This is
rectangle.
the story.
Dude, get the fuck away from me, man. That's crazy. We are filming him. We are filming him violating rights.
Okay,
That's it.
okay.
That's it.
Both that said that you want y'all to leave.
No, he didn't warn
Not
me.
kick the free press out
No,
of the public.
this dude is trash,
Yes, we are,
man.
and don't start pulling that again.
They didn't warn me nothing. They didn't tell me nothing. Y'all not gonna get down like that, no matter how hard y'all
I
try.
asked y'all to leave.
No.
Violating the law.
He never asked me. He never asked me
Are
anything.
we violating the law?
Look, sir, he never warned me about anything. You need to understand. Y'all need to be clear, because that's law shit, man. Y'all don't understand what y'all are doing. This is straight garbage. So he's not in the box either. Look, he's not in the box either. See what I'm
I
saying?
asked y'all to leave.
No, they didn't.
Can I point out that box is just big enough for that man with his wagon and his equipment? That's the only person they
Told you.
expected to be there.
Exactly.
I just
crazy.
wanted to point that out. I noticed that the first time I watched through. I was like, wait a second. If that man was standing behind his camera with his wagon right next to him, he would be in that box and there would be no more room for anyone else.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Let's go.
No, I was never warned.
Let's go.
Trash Orozco.
Mata.
No, fuck you.
Procedure.
Nope.
We're not gonna.
What are y'all doing?
They don't want.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm under arrest.
I'm under arrest. Come on, I'm under arrest.
You asked to leave.
They never asked me. He never warned me. He never warned me.
He said you're leaving.
Were you standing here? Get your fucking hands off me, dog.
You know I don't play that.
Man,
You know I don't play that.
I'm gonna call 911 on you. My hands are hurt, motherfucker.
This is incredible.
Get the fuck off me, bitch. Get off of me, man. What the fuck are you doing?
Totally inappropriate.
And fuck you. Get off me, bitch. That's it. No, man. Get down. I defend, man. Stop fucking with me, man. Get down. No, I didn't. I didn't. I pushed you off of me, man. You put your hands on me first, man. All this is being recorded. You're a fucking liar. Y'all hurting me, man.
No crime was committed. You cannot
I didn't do nothing wrong.
out of a public.
I need your supervisor.
You cannot articulate.
I need your supervisor. Y'all know how this goes.
This is everyone who has a complaint on him, pretty much.
I didn't do shit, man. He never told me nothing. You were standing right there.
The video doesn't lie.
You're standing right there, man. Tell the truth. He was talking to Thomas. He wasn't talking to me, dude. Tell the truth, sir. Look how they did me. I didn't do anything, man.
You didn't do.
I didn't.
Nobody.
He grabbed me and put his hands on me.
Never said you had to leave.
Bro, I was already coming out. Nah, man. It's all on video. Y'all lie because y'all don't have body cameras.
This out back is so that the public doesn't get to see. You're on Facebook Live.
You can't have. I need medical. I need medical before y'all move me. I need medical before y'all move me. I need medical when y'all move. Before y'all move me, this dude hurt me. I tried to warn him. My hand is fucked up. He said he don't care. He don't play that shit.
No. Hank,
I'm hurt, dog. I am hurt. Y'all fucked me up for no reason. That guy never talked to me. He never said shit to me.
This is why there's 100 people here. This nonsense that you guys are doing.
All y'all motherfuckers are in trouble. Especially you, bitch.
The guy that told you.
Especially you.
The guy that
Parsley.
told us is probably-
That's his name, y'all. Parsley.
That part. It's incredible.
Thomas, grab my phone, Thomas.
I will.
It's right here.
We'll get it to him in a minute.
No, hand it to him, sir.
I need to record with it. No, you don't. I want it now so I can record
let
this.
them see what they're doing. We'll give it to you.
That's crazy. I'm telling y'all to give him my
And to hand the
property.
phone off
Give me-
to Thomas.
Hand it to him, man. Garlardo, you're a piece of shit anyways. Y'all doing this out of retaliation.
Roscoe wrote a fake trespass at the county courthouse because the.
I need your supervisor. Because y'all all trash.
This guy won't identify.
And you
himself.
can't assault me, bitch, and lie. You can't assault me and lie, motherfucker.
Right.
You can't assault me. You put your hands on me. He already had my hands. He already had my hands pushing me out.
That's right. Both assaulted.
Y'all fucking stupid, man.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have body cameras. That's why y'all lie.
Criminalize the
That's why we film y'all fuckers.
constitutionally protected activity.
Y'all just assaulted me.
Criminalize the free press. You cannot criminalize attendance at a public meeting.
And how did I hit you, sir? And I have a camera in my hand. Dumbass.
We're committing a crime when
You said I hit you with my hands. I had two things in my hand. You're full of shit.
you over and over. You have all lost your qualified immunity because there is no.
I was never told shit, man.
That's right. You are literally, the longer you detain him unlawfully, the worse it's getting for you. Your qualified immunity was.
I was never told nothing, bro.
This was free press.
I was filming what they were lying about, man. That was it. And the other guy wasn't in the blue box either. I got that on film.
Right. The ABC guy wasn't in the blue box, Thomas. We told you.
Fox News wasn't in the box either, man. But y'all want to fuck with me. You're a piece of shit, Thomas. You're being investigated for lying about a swatting call. Yeah. You don't want to answer the detectives because you're a fucking liar. Want to talk about how you had your kids on the fucking ground for 4 hours. You're a fucking liar.
And now it's on the internet and you cannot take it off.
I need medical, man. Y'all fucking hurt me and y'all had no reason to.
That he got swatted at
The only way y'all could do anything to me is disorderly. That's it.
For the sheriff's department specifically because of his conduct here. And he's convinced all of you to conspire to deprive this man of his civil rights.
He was talking to Thomas.
He is more loyal to that Ricardo Aguilera and the TAD staff than he is to your own chain of command.
So I didn't do shit, man.
You
You fucking hurt me, dog. Stop. I'm not gonna do nothing, man. That's crazy, fool.
You swore an oath to the U.S. Constitution to protect our civil
I'm
rights.
gonna set you up and have you sit on the curb.
Man, I was never a fuck. Yeah, man. I don't want that dude touch me. Please get him away from me, man.
Uninjured
Just had
side. Okay?
surgery on.
They're both injured, sir.
Oh, are they?
Yes. You don't see it?
Well, I see this arm, but
They're both like that. Look at my shit, man.
I see your elbow.
And I told him to let me go because it's hurt.
How do you?
And he said, I don't play that shit.
Listen to me.
I'm gonna do it myself. Look, watch, I got
That's
you.
what I'm saying.
Five of you
All right, you got
are
it.
foolishly conspiring with this guy.
Right here on the curb for me, okay?
Good.
And I didn't assault you. I have a camera in my hand, stupid ass. And he has my hands.
Thank you.
You're a fucking liar. And y'all lie because y'all.
So I'm recording on behalf of Manuel Mata.
Fuck y'all. All of this is on video.
I'm going to let you know,
Hurt him, bro.
2,148 people are watching on Manuel's channel right now. This is Deputy Thomas. He's corrupt. This is Deputy Gallardo. This is Deputy McDougal, who broke the Constitution last time we were here for a public meeting. This is Orozco, who wrote a fake trespass in a public building because he was recording in the history room. This is McGill, who pretty much does whatever he's told.
Your job is to investigate. Investigate.
This is Parsley, who didn't really swear an oath to the U.S. Constitution. No crime has been committed.
No crime
has been committed. Ricardo Aguilera, who told you that we were trespassed, is likely to be fired today.
Stupid you are. I didn't.
Yeah.
He was not talking to me. Ricardo was not talking to me. He was talking to him the whole time.
That's right.
You're the one who involved me because you don't want to hear shit.
And you know why? When you're effective.
Because I told on you.
That's right.
I told on you. I went to your fucking shirif's department and told them
we have a complaint against you, so this is retaliation. This is Thomas's retaliation. The 4 or 5 of you are cooperating with it.
Fucking pussy. That's what you do. This is what you're doing, retaliation.
So maybe one of the deputies reckoning the name of
all y'all are responsible.
Brian Melashenko. Deputy Brian Melashenko is the man in internal affairs that is investigating this deputy right here for his conduct at Tarrant Appraisal District.
Lied on camera.
That's right. We're at 2,400 live viewers.
Just like Gallardo did.
Yeah.
Just like Gallardo. Y'all both lied.
He's going to take you in there and lie to you, okay?
Don't worry about it.
This man is under investigation by Internal Affairs right here and by the Haltom City Police Department.
I need y'all.
And you guys are going in on it. You're literally conspiring to deprive our civil rights.
Supervisor. This time y'all going to call y'all supervisor for what y'all did to me. Y'all hurt me, man. For nothing. For nothing, because y'all listened to Ricardo. I didn't do shit. I didn't do nothing, and y'all want me to be quiet?
You cannot trespass someone from a public building unless they committed a criminal offense.
Y'all like fucked up.
If you're going to continue to oppress the civil rights, you all will be held accountable for it.
Don't worry about it.
Why don't you call Brian Melashenko over there at the Sheriff's Department who's investigating this man, or call Chief
I need your
Corey
supervisor. Orozco, call your supervisor.
Or call Corey Phillips, the chief of the Haltom City Police, because they're investigating this deputy too. You think we're making it up, right? People are online looking this up right as we speak.
Y'all trash, bro.
Man,
what y'all just did right now based on a fucking lie.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
That's
Look
right.
what y'all did to me.
Yeah. You all bought a lie.
And fucking Thomas, you put your hands on me, bitch, and I was leaving, ho.
That's right. Even though he hadn't done.
Constitution, you still here, buddy?
No, I'm here. Are you good?
Okay. Yeah, I think
Okay,
we're
I've been
good.
trying to both of you.
Oh, where? Oh, wrong thing. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I can't
I've been
see any of
putting
my
stuff
chat.
in private chat, down in chat.
I'm
Okay.
just
My
not.
bad. I've been watching the video.
It keeps... All right, host, you
Oh,
gotta
there
start
you are.
paying attention now, because I have no control, y'all. All right, I'm gonna
No,
try
we're
to
good.
play this. Before we play the next video, Manuel called Melissa Stedman this morning, and I have a message from him to all of y'all out. And somebody in the chat, let me know if I'm still glitching or not, please. Try to play this. And with that delay that goes on.
She sound good, guys?
You've sounded fine to me on YouTube and
She
in
sounded fine to
YouTube.
me, too.
Well, it's
So,
worth putting in that I was glitching, so I didn't know.
yeah, I've seen a few
It says
people see
yes
it,
a
too.
bit. Still glitching.
Which one do you have, Heather? Is it, because Great Lakes sent me a clip that was like 3 minutes long.
That one. Yes, play that
I
one.
have it
If
uploaded.
you can.
I can put it up, I think, next. When this ends, I think I can put that up. I
Please.
think I have that.
Well, we don't need to watch anymore because it's quite long, and
Okay.
what they ended up doing is hey, you spent we got him out. He ended up having to reschedule his appointment for his hand and everything like that, and we're still dealing with that. But if you would, go ahead and play his message to everybody that GLA sent to you.
All right, give me 1 second.
Satellites linking up in outer space.
All right. If
Well,
I
I've got
think
real bad service. Maybe why Restream
Okay.
hates me.
this should be it right here.
When you prove a
Yeah.
pattern and practice of misconduct,
Okay.
you become
Can everybody hear that?
5 by 5.
Could you hear it though?
Yes.
Okay,
Also
we'll
says
play it.
a victim of misconduct to where you can walk down the street literally and be arrested, not because you're filming or interfering, just because you've established that these certain officers are no good at their jobs. And the only thing they're good at is lying and manipulating the truth. So it's not that you're helping me to get away with anything, except not be in a place where they have control over me and what's being said. So everyone who will help tonight, it's more of a freedom thing than anything else, because like I said, once you prove a pattern and practice of misconduct, you become a victim of misconduct. And as far as walking down the street, that is what I'm being arrested for. Because this is what no one wants to know and no one's going to hear it, right? I was getting signatures for renaming a park after I taught Chandler Jefferson. I wanted to get the statistics of who was for or against it or who didn't know what was going on. Nothing more. And I seen a woman that tried to get me trespassed from City Hall after the mayor kicked me out because I was filming. So I knew what she's capable of doing, and I've known she's lied before, because the trespass that I got from the mayor didn't work because they got a name that wasn't even mine. Right? So if a Terry County sheriff doesn't understand public meeting laws, right? Because that's where this took place. How are they expected to know any kind of traffic laws, any kind of code that protects us from this specific thing? Because this has been established. It's a clearly established right. And it's been that way since 2017, since Driver came over here and expressed that same thing. That officers will lie. They'll use intimidation. They will use their badge to screw you over for asserting your rights, for knowing them. And that's all I want everyone to know. So it isn't like you're supporting bad behavior or anything like that. What you're doing is helping a person that's fighting against this type of thing, misconduct. And they're hiding behind their badges. Because that's all this is. They figure that they don't understand the law. They don't have to, because their supervisors, judges, and crooked DAs will help them. That's all this is. And everyone who does help, I appreciate it, and I want everyone to know that I thank y'all for all the efforts that y'all doing to get me out. And it will not go in vain, because I promise you, none of them are going to get away with what they did to me and what they continue to do to all of us across Texas, in the United States, based on us asserting our rights to be free. Okay. Is that it? Mm-hmm.
Back in the
That's
nick of
it.
time. Look at you.
There you go.
And that was that.
Let me get my headphones and see if that fits us.
Headphones. Okay. I can take that down. That's down. All right. Do we have any other videos next? That video was kind of hard to watch. I can't lie at parts. Like, that was pretty brutal. It gave me goosebumps.
It is really hard to watch my man getting roughed up when he's wrapped up like he's been on fire. I don't
Yep.
know what was wrong with his hands, but he had a big old wrapping on one of them and a cell phone in the other, so he wasn't exactly boxing like Muhammad Ali.
No, and there's no reason to do that to him and treat him like that, dude. Like he didn't do anything at all, and
It was obviously personal.
they knew he wasn't a harm.
All right, everybody in chat, can y'all hear me better now?
I can.
You sound so sexy to me. I'm aroused. But I was aroused before we started, so let's
Oh,
move
well,
on
hell,
to
it
the
don't
next.
count then. Shit.
Welcome to the show.
Okay, next one we're gonna watch. This one,
It
Manuel had been walking to the store to go get cigarettes.
Right.
Notice cops. So what's he do when there's cops? He starts pulling out the phone. But what happened was this cop, you'll see his cop car right there on the left right now. What had happened is he had already stopped and told move on, go away. Well, you see how far away he is. That's a whole apartment building. And what happened was Manuel took out his phone. He was like, oh, this cop's going to jump out and yell at me. I'm taking out my phone. And that's where we go.
Action.
Cops over here. There's 2 of them.
Back to that sign. You want?
Call your supervisor, Bingo.
Sir.
Call your supervisor.
This is the second time.
There's no law that says that.
Back there, it's reasonable space.
No, is no such thing as a reasonable
Do
space.
not move beyond
Put up
this.
crime scene tape then.
Pause
You
it.
have to.
You can walk down the fucking sidewalk,
Okay.
dude. It's not illegal.
Pause it. Okay. This be nice. Bangle. What everybody may or may not know, we've let her. Manuel already has a complaint on this officer before this happens. So we
That makes a
totally
little
think
more
it's a
sense.
retaliation.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Continue, please.
Illegal to walk down the
You may walk down the
sidewalk.
sidewalk, but you are not allowed to interfere.
I am walking down the sidewalk.
You can stay right here if you want.
I'm walking that way to the fucking store. The fuck are you talking about?
Sir, you cannot move past.
I can walk down the fucking sidewalk. Is it true or not?
You cannot.
Is it true or not? Can I walk down the public sidewalk?
You've been
Yes or
warned
no?
multiple times. It's your choice.
Can
what
I
happens
walk down? So you're making me stand right here.
next. Yes, for the investigation.
Fuck your investigation. How about that? So you're telling me I can't walk down that way?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I or not?
Come on, turn around. Your hands behind your back.
No, that's not how this works, man. Call your supervisor.
Turn around. Put
Call
hands
your
behind your back.
supervisor.
Turn around. Put your hands.
You
behind your back.
cannot.
Sir, do not resist me.
I'm not resisting. What you're doing is illegal. I did not commit a crime.
Put your hands behind your back.
Go ahead, do what you need to do, man.
Do you have any weapons, narcotics?
I don't answer questions.
Okay. We're gonna find out.
I don't answer questions. I didn't do shit. I need your supervisor.
No. We'll get to that.
I
sir. We're
need
gonna do
your
this thing slow
supervisor.
on my pace.
I need your supervisor.
Sir,
Because
we're
what
gonna
I-
check any weapons, narcotics, all right?
I don't consent to illegal searches and seizures.
That's okay. It's a search incident to arrest.
I don't. You do not have authority to arrest me. I did not commit a crime, dumbass.
Oh, that you did.
No, I did not.
That you did.
You cannot stop someone from walking on the sidewalk, dumbass.
Oh, I concur, but there are other factors at play.
I'm walking down the street. Just because I'm filming you doesn't mean shit, loser.
Is this pepper spray?
Yeah, it's on my
Okay.
body. It's on my
Do
person.
you have? Sir,
No, I don't answer questions.
Okay, that would be a lot.
No, it is not.
You can't get any weapons.
It is not illegal to have, dude. They sell it on the fucking stores. Stupid ass.
This reminds me a lot of the Truth Be Told arrest, where he had a misunderstanding with an officer about which way it was acceptable to go on the sidewalk. He pointed one way, the cop pointed the other way, and they both agreed that we could go that way. And then Truth Be Told took 2 steps and got shackles.
Yeah.
Because they misunderstood what each other was saying. He's like, can I walk down the sidewalk or not? The guy says yes.
Yeah. And it's like a conundrum. No matter what you do.
You know what I would have done, but I'm just this type of ignorant, pig. I would have crossed the street at the light and come back down the other side of the street and see what he had to say about that. My Zoom works amazingly well.
I feel
Y'all
like,
see how far away he is. That's
yeah, that's what I
ridiculous.
was just gonna say. Can anybody explain what a reasonable space is? Like, I feel like a reasonable space would be like a few feet, not like
10 feet.
30 feet, 50 feet.
10 feet. Far enough away I can't hit you with a stick.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
unlikely to
Hell,
land a
this
knife
seems
through.
like it's a football field.
I mean, yeah. And I mean, it's just hard because he's
I'm going to
right.
give it a tennis ball test. Here's the thing. If I'm too far away to bounce a tennis ball to it, I'm too far away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and the Supreme Court has said within audio and visual,
Right.
if you're standing 100 feet away, you can't hear what's going on at the scene. We're allowed to go up and
Yeah.
film deputies in the process of their duties within audio hearing.
And that's how I base my stuff. Like if
To
you
me, that's
if your camera can't hear it, you're too far. And I was watching another video. This is what I was thinking of when I saw this one. Is I watched another one earlier of Mata when he was crossing the road and they ran up on him. Like, so I feel like if he decided, okay, I have to cross the road to continue on my path, it still would have been the same outcome with that cop. Like unless he turned around and retreated, that would have been the only way he probably would have walked out of there. But like, even if he's like, all right, I'm gonna cross the street and keep going, they probably would have grabbed him for walking in the street, or you know what I mean, whatever they could.
well, keep in mind, every charge he has, all 8 of them are interfering or obstruction. They tried to put assault charges on him, and that ended up not working. It got changed to interference.
Yeah.
$3,000 a piece for these, and they keep doing it, and they keep doing it, and they refuse
Yeah.
to let.
And they're holding his cash bond
refuse
right
to let
now.
it
That's the
go.
case right now, right?
Yes,
They're
we have a gentleman who put up the full cash bond for the 18,000. Putting up $18,500 cash, and the jail. They said yes, he's bondable, but we don't have the money. It's with the court coordinator, and we're like, what? And turns out that the judge is not signing the paperwork to release that cash to him. They're holding on to it because legally there is not a set time to sign that paperwork to give it back. So what we're
They're
having
just,
to do is go ahead and do the 10% and get him out. That's why we're trying to raise $2,500 to
Yep.
do the 10% and the fees and get him out so that we can get this man his cash money back.
Can I ask a question? It's
This is
completely a
ridiculous.
personal question about I've been
Normally, I
really
say I
seriously.
don't answer questions.
Yeah, no, this is about, right. This isn't about you. This is like an opinion thing, right? I was thinking about going and getting some really sappy, like sad music, like In the Arms of an Angel, or maybe the thing they play with the pets, where you can give the ASPCA or whatever. It's because I've done a few of these sort of fundraiser type things, and I think that's the one thing we're missing is some sappy music for the background, and we need a good radio voice to come in and say, ladies and gentlemen, there are men, deprived men behind bars today who have been deprived of their rights. They have had their rights taken from them by force, and there's nothing that can change that except that the value of a cup of coffee, perhaps a single meal on your Grubhub, and this man could walk free. Something like that.
We just accomplished that, man. You're the one for the role. You have the
Yeah, there you
voice.
go. You just put yourself up. Oh, don't Oh yeah.
They said 5,000 pets are. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
I'm
true.
being informed. Try to figure out how to do it. I'm being informed that Mata is probably about to call Melissa. So when she's able to get that going, she will jump up with us and have him be able to speak live.
Oh,
And
yes.
Just waiting on him to
that's
call.
awesome. I
That
love
is awesome.
Okay. I mean, he'll only have 8 minutes, so part of that will be up here and everything. So we'll only have a few minutes with him. And
noted.
you know,
We can't squander it.
hear what he has to say. Exactly. So we'll be
Absolutely.
able to hear from the man himself, hopefully, if she can get Restream going on her device. It's
Okay.
it's hard to it's hard to see him going through all of this, knowing what he's doing, knowing he's doing it in the community, knowing people that are
Yeah.
backing him, getting into positions to be able to help. Like I said, there are people running for office that definitely are all for transparency and want everything open. And one of those out there that is trying to do it. Sorry, y'all. I know y'all can hear my phone going off.
No, and he is,
Caucasian's
and he's really
used to that voice for me.
he he seems like out of well, I'm not gonna say out of everybody, but you know he's doing it for the right reasons. You know what I mean? You can tell, and
He's
it comes
certainly
from his
not
heart.
making
There's
it
not
about
many people that will continually like stand on what they believe in, knowing that the cops are still gonna do this. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that would have hung it up by now, and to have the nuts and the just the you know what I mean? He knows he's not doing anything wrong. That's why he hasn't stopped doing it. But it's with everything that he's going through, it makes it a lot harder to still get up and still decide. You know what I mean? You're gonna pick up the camera and you're gonna be transparent.
Oh
And
yeah. I mean, when you've got an 8, 10 arrests under your belt and fighting these charges, you know anybody else would be sitting there, oh, I can't do this no more. It's costing too much. It's taking too much time. I've
yeah,
got family. I've got this. I can't do this. Or they're afraid, oh God, they're going to kill me. Manuel's not. He is standing up. He's standing strong. He's out there and he's bound and determined. I'm going to make change. There's going to be
yep,
reform. There's going to
yep,
be transparency. And,
yeah,
we need more people like him out there. He's very
absolutely,
passionate about
absolutely.
everything. Hey,
he
Tupac.
is.
Hey, Toe,
And
welcome to the show, bud. Sparkle Simp.
and you could tell he didn't just like he's not just out there with a camera. He puts a lot of time into his knowing what he knows. Like when I talk to him, like he he kind of makes me feel dumb. You know what I mean? That's just being honest. He knows a lot of stuff about
He is
everything.
very, yes, he is well read. Spoke to one of the members running for office earlier today. He's very well spoken. He's very well read. He's got a head on his shoulders. He knows where he wants to go and he knows how to get there. And it's frustrating that all of this is happening to keep that from going. But every time they arrest him, he said, "Yeah, go ahead, arrest me. I love this shit," because he needs help. And with them doing it over and over and over, like he said, when it shows a pattern, that's what you've got to get is that pattern.
Yep. And that's the
When they're
sad
trying
part
to
is that
expose it,
sorry, Heather.
oh, go ahead.
But what I was gonna say is that's the worst part is it's not like it's just happened like once. It's not like twice. Like they just keep doing it. It's not. It couldn't be described any other way but a pattern. Like it's there's how else could you look at it? They just keep willingly going out and violating his rights over nothing because they want to because they don't like him
Exactly.
because they don't like that he has a camera or how he talks to them. It doesn't really matter how he talks to them. He can say whatever he wants to them. So I don't I don't really see where they're coming from, and it's as the
Don't you know?
American.
You just didn't realize it. You didn't get the memo. When you get that badge, you become part of this club, and you ain't in it.
It's true. Seems to
Well,
be.
I mean, he has complaints on many of them, and those are the main ones that keep arresting him over and over. Huh, there's a pattern. Hmm, let's
Has it
see.
been? Yeah, it has been the same ones. It wasn't
Yeah,
just that one
same
we
Pretty
report.
just saw. It's
well,
happened a
and
bunch
there,
of times.
and when he's able to, there's a lot more going on that he'll be able to speak about later on. Of course, you know, we're not going to lay out everything that he has to fight all this with, but he's got a lot of things. I mean, what really pissed him off is he exposed Tad, the where he got
Yep.
arrested. He had exposed them for some of the wrongdoings that they were doing, and that's pretty much where all of this retaliation started coming from.
Nor shall any state deprive
And I
any
don't
person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws.
I actually
Yep.
hit that by accident, but I feel like it's pretty fitting.
It really is.
Right?
Perfect.
It's I'm still trying to figure out how to use the chat, but it's perfectly fitting because it applies here. And it's just sad. Like what I think about is when are they finally what's going to be enough? What's going to be enough to how much are they going to do to him before he gets what the community deserves? You know what I mean? Some reform out there. Is it going to be another 10 more of these? Like they could mess with him for a long time. And um I just don't I think they're thinking he's eventually going to stop, and I don't think he's going to. I just don't
No,
think so. I think
no, he's not going to stop.
if he's out here and he's able to go out there with a camera and record these guys and keep them accountable, he's going to. And it doesn't it doesn't matter at the what they might do or what they're thinking about doing. He's still going to do it. And I feel like like Heather said, we need more people like that. There's not many people like that um left in the world today. Um and it it seems like in lately they're trying to silence everybody. Like a lot of people just mass. It seems like a lot of auditors in general are getting arrested, but he seems like he's getting arrested more than everybody. And I
Yeah,
don't think
he's
it's
got a
just from
lot going on.
yeah, and I don't think it's just from coincidence or you know what I mean, matching the description. I think it's we see what it is. It's for petty stuff like interfering when he's clearly not interfering or obstructing when he's not obstructing or getting abused and hurt for recording outside of the public box in the meeting. You know what I mean? Like petty stuff. And uh, to hold him in jail on all this petty stuff is even worse. Like that's what gets it for me. Like jail is not it's not I don't know how many people have been to jail, but it's not fun and it's not
Oh
a
no,
good time.
it's not a fun
And
place.
to I couldn't imagine actually being in jail for something like you didn't do. That's got to make it 1,000 times more worse. Um, and I know he's
Keep an
got
eye on
faith
the
though. Like,
backstage. Keep an eye on the
huh?
backstage. Melissa may be trying to come up. Keep an eye on the backstage.
Okay, I'm on it. Um, I feel like I forgot what I was saying with that. I can't lie. Um,
It's not getting in there how they treat you. I mean,
oh no, it's
the
not. It's
food, the mentality.
no. And being innocent has to make it 100 times worse. 100 times worse. What if you didn't do anything and now you got to sit in there? Um, but what I can say about him is like he hasn't like lost his spirit. He hasn't lost his fight. You know what I mean? Like he's still very passionate about this and doing what he needs to do. Hey, Leroy.
Oh, welcome in, Leroy Truth.
I
Good
know,
to
I just
see
seen
you.
that too.
Caucasian, you still there?
I
Did
don't
we
see
lose
him.
him? I don't see him either. I don't see you on
No,
the site anymore either.
no, I'm on the main.
He was.
You there,
You were
Heather?
over here. I'm here.
Yeah, I'm on the main part now. I'm where Caucasian
Yeah.
was,
Oh,
but I don't know where he went.
he may have had trouble. Let me text him and see if we can get him back up here because he was doing the videos.
Yeah. John, we'll go over some comments. We got John, Farlap, Crazy Frenchman, Liz, Toe for Life, Leroy, glad to have you. Trevor, Heather, Late Night with 702, Gil Gordon.
Okay, well, while we're waiting on him to, see what's going on with that.
Yep.
What we've been in, like I said, we've been in contact with the jail, with the courts, trying to get him, the money back and get him rebonded out. The reason we're here tonight, y'all, is to try to raise as much as we can of the $2,500. So,
Yep.
and try to do the 10% at least to get him out so that we can get our donor back their money as well. But like I said, the judge is holding on and not signing the release for that money to go back to him. So we're going to have to get Manuel out to even be able to get our donor back the money because he put up the full cash bond so far. And every single one of his charges they've laid out at $3,000 because they've got him all at interfering and obstruction and all of that. But as soon as, what, Liz? She's saying drop the link.
You're still there on my part.
I've already dropped the link for Melissa. I'll drop it again.
I can still hear you.
Okay. Well, with neither of us be able to play the videos that I sent to Caucasian, I don't know what we're going to do.
What, did you message him?
Yeah, I texted him and said, "What happened to you? Where you at?" He may have lost service.
Well, we can wait a few minutes. Because we're going to wait for him to call anyways, so. So that's the case with his bond, though. That's what's going on, is the 2,500 is what we're trying to get. That's the goal.
Yes.
To get him out, and that would get him home and free. And
And able to talk to his attorney.
yeah, that's the
Because
biggest part.
yeah, because his attorney hasn't been able to get down there to talk to him. They had the jail on COVID lockdown for a little while. He says you got to pull Caucasian up.
He's
There he
up,
is.
and Melissa's in the back. Melissa's in the waiting room. Should I bring her up, or is she gonna wait?
Yes, pull her up.
Bring you up.
You're
And I
up.
say, there's Caucasian. Hey, Melissa.
Your payment has been approved. Thank you for using.
Okay, can y'all hear me?
Conversation now.
Yes,
Yep.
ma'am.
Yes, Melissa, we got you. All right, everybody.
All
Here's
right,
Manuel.
Here's Mata. Listen. Here's Mata. Mata, you're on live.
Hey, how's everybody doing out there in the free world?
Hey, bud.
Hey, Manuel, how you doing?
I'm better. Holding it down for, family.
What do you got to say, Mata? What do you got to say, Mata?
You're live. Everybody's watching.
Okay, listen,
what
he's
you want to
he's
say,
saying
babe?
something. He's saying it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank everyone who's helping or thinking about helping because, whenever you expose corruption, misconduct, and you find a pattern of it, you become a victim of it, right? And what I'm trying to get everyone to not only notice, but to understand that sometimes they run into people like this that are not afraid to be be in these situations because they send us to places where we're supposed to lose hope. But we look around and everything, it seems like nothing's going to change, nothing's going to happen for the better of what we do. But that's why people like us need to all understand that if they separate us and they keep us like to where we think that no one's there for us, then yeah, they beat us. Of course, every time we start fighting with our hands, we lose. The minute we start using our brain and be together as a team, they can't stand it, right? Because their thing is to separate and conquer, right? And what I'm trying to show everyone is united, we will stand. We will be able to beat all these people, right? Because that's all this is, man. They're mad because they finally found someone who's not going to go away, who's not going to stop, you know? That's why I do what I do. Because most people, they already stopped. Most people, they already beat, you know? I grew up in places like this where they send me, they think that it's going to defeat me or I'm going to break or but there are places I go to that I do get scared sometimes because I don't know what's going to happen, right? But the fact that I know there's people out there fighting for me, helping me to get back to the streets makes all this worth it, you know? Because there has to be one of us that says, you know, the usual isn't going to work, you know? And that's what I'm trying to get everyone to be able to understand, right? Because no matter what, man, at the end of all this, what's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong, right? And I kept hearing something over and over again, right? How did the cop know that, how do you tell the difference between a bad one and a good? Do they feel bad when they do wrong, right? And all I've experienced for the past 3 years is one that don't care about what's right and wrong, and they don't feel bad at all. They're willing to lie, they're willing to connive, they're willing to stack the deck against every one of us, right? And that's why I applaud people that get together like this, like these panels, that get together and try to help the next person. Because that's what all this is about, to help each other, right? Put all of our differences aside. Whether we like the person, we agree how they do it, it's irrelevant, right? Because if we believe that this is for something better and it's greater than just one person, how can they be us? Because what I've understood is if I kept this about me this whole time, I would have lost a long time ago. But when I started making about other people in my neighborhood who can't speak up, who don't have a YouTube channel, who aren't willing to keep getting arrested over and over to prove a point, right? That's why I think sometimes people like me and others come along, right? Because it's needed, right? That's why I tell people the universe picked me to be there, everyone's karma. Because I grew up in these environments, and it made me a heartless thing to where I had to understand that that was not going to do me anywhere because I became exactly what we're up against, tyrannical behavior, right? And the fact that I was willing to stop and be different and care about others, that's what's driving them insane. That's what's making them do all these crazy things, right? And that's why I'm so grateful that there's people like y'all and people everywhere that are listening to this live, that are paying attention. You're the reason why I can keep doing this over and over again, right? Because in my mind, one person that tells me, hey, I'm glad you're doing it because they stopped me a long time ago. They took my kids to CPS. They destroyed my life with lies. Just one or two people that I meet monthly is enough for me to endure all this, right? Because I know people like y'all have my back. And eventually, we are going to make a difference. We are going to be able to stop all this, right? Because that's why I do what I do. Not because I was grown for this or raised in this. It's because of people like y'all that are behind me. I wouldn't be nowhere without y'all. I want y'all to all to understand that, right?
We love you, Manuel.
Why I do this every time. Why I don't care when they tell me you're under arrest, Mata, turn around. It's because I know that there's 4 or 5 people that are watching, right? That are like, man, that's crazy. But he does have a point. And in the end, like I said, man, everything is going to be all right. Like I said, there's people that don't want me to fail. And I'm not. Because remember this, man. You have to be a criminal for them to adopt you. You have to
Coming.
be a criminal for them to adopt you. Yeah? What were you going to say?
Oh, no, Manuel, I'm talking about something else. You keep going.
I was confused.
Yeah, so my only point is, every time they knock one of us down, you know what I'm saying, in any one of us that's been arrested, knowing we're not doing anything wrong, but come out and do the same thing over and over again, we're the reason why people get behind us, right? Because like I said, here in Tarrant County, they beat us 3 ways, but they tried to. If you have children and you're making an impact. They'll use CPS to take your kids and say, okay, now we have your kids. Stop, or you will never see them again, right? And they'll get cops, they'll get dirty people to put lies on you, right? And charge you with a made-up crime that you have to deal with years. Because I know people here in Fort Worth, Edward Brown, he had to go through almost 2 years to court. And we ended up beating him because he wasn't wrong what he was doing. And that's my point. When you're outspoken and you don't, and all you're doing is speaking the truth, they'll go out of their way to make you a villain, right? And then the last one is they'll try to make you crazy. Like what they try to do to me, they try to have a competency hearing. Now, think about that. I've been arrested a total of 10 times. Why the 10th time were they trying to prove or trying to see if I was crazy? It's right. Everything that they try to do won't work, right? Because there has to be one of us that's willing to go to the extreme. Not the extreme, but willing to take what everybody else is not willing to do. Because I've met so many people who can't do what you do. Because I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to lose my kids. I don't want to deal with MHMR, right? I have dealt with all those things my whole life. I don't have children. I cannot have them. They cannot use certain things against me. The only thing they're going to have to do is start telling the truth. And that is why I do this. Because they're full of lies. And they lie on paperwork. They get judges to help them. And isn't it weird that they had to have a special prosecutor to try my cases? And isn't it weird that they're asking favors of judges? It's all weird, right? But us, people like us know what's going on, right? We understand the bigger picture. And everyone needs to understand that's why they vote in. But we're standing on truth. We're standing on the right side of law and justice. We just have to be willing to go through it. And it's people that tell me that, and it's people that are on panels just like this that make me feel better about what I'm doing. You know, because believe it or not, they tried everything to make me go crazy. They tried everything to make me stop, make me quit, make me say, I tap out, I don't want no more. But I'm not doing nothing wrong for it to be that way. Right? I just have to be willing to endure the little nitpicks that they create. And like I said, man, people like y'all is what keeps me going, that keeps me doing this. Right now I'm in a jail. I'm in a jail cell. Right now I'm in jail. Right? But they still haven't beat me. They still haven't run. Why? Because my story is still out there. Look what y'all doing right now. They hate it. They hate it because they can't shut us up. That's the whole point of all this, to shut us all up. That's why I'm glad there's each one of us in different states, in different cities, all across the United States, helping each other beat these people. Right? That's what it takes. Together. That's why the first time I went to City Hall and expressed this thing, I told them, pay attention to my village, because y'all will not beat it. And that's what created Manuel's village. Y'all are my village, right? Teach one, reach one, teach one. And it takes a village to raise one. I took that to heart, right? Because I grew up in ugly demeanor, switch my whole understanding of what was right and wrong. And that's why I applaud people who get on these panels. Even though they don't know me, even though they don't know my full story, watch my channel. Watch what I've been doing for the past 3 years. It's nothing criminal. What I've been doing is trying to save my neighborhood from tyrants. Because Central Division B is full of them. We have
I think we lost him.
Did we?
Hold on, Manuel. Hold on. They lost you. Hold on. They lost you for a second. Hold on.
No, he's back. Go ahead.
You're good.
Melissa, ask him if he feels like he may be a political prisoner.
Okay, Manuel, they're talking to you. Go ahead. They want to know if you think they want to know if you think you're listen, they want to know if you think you're a political prisoner.
Because everybody who's outspoken like me becomes one. Every one of us that stood up to this type of thing, that's what we become. We become physical person.
Well, tell him we love him. We're praying for him. We're going to do everything we can to get him out. We're working on it.
He can hear you.
He can?
Yeah, he can still hear you.
Manny.
Hey, Manuel. Hope you're doing good.
Yeah,
Thank
he
you,
can
man.
still hear you.
We're doing what we can for you, bud. What do you say?
I get my strength from y'all care. The fact that y'all care makes this like endurable. You know what I'm saying? Because I promise, it goes around the time that I feel like I'm low, because I didn't run you my brain like this break. But every time I hear one of y'all tell me stuff like that,
He's saying he's getting his strength from y'all. We only have 1 minute left, y'all.
All right, tell him we love him. We're doing everything we can. We back
We
him,
love you,
and he's
Manuel.
our strength too.
We're getting you out.
Yeah.
We're getting you out. Okay.
Team Manuel. Keep your head up, bro.
We love you. He says he appreciates everybody, and he loves what we're doing, what y'all are doing for all of us. He says, keep fighting the fight. We're going to win it in the end.
Ain't that the truth? All right.
Thank you for using Securus. Goodbye.
There we go.
They're off. Melissa wants off, right? Where did Melissa want to stay on? I don't know.
All right, put Caucasian up as the big screen.
Yeah,
Bring him.
that's what I'm working on. Right.
Let's take a look at what one of the judges did by allow. All right,
Wrong
everybody
one.
knows about the Aaron Dean case. Aaron Dean is an officer who was on trial and he had been found guilty, and this was during his sentencing hearing. Well, Manuel and some other activists were there, and the defense attorney stands up and says, "Oh, Manuel Mata has deigned to grace us with his presence," and then proceeds to call him up as a witness for some reason. Unbeknownst to Manuel, unbeknownst to anybody why they're being called up as witnesses, people who have absolutely no idea or have anything to do with the case. And this is what happens when they call Manuel up on live news television broadcast.
This one was crazy.
It's just amazing. The gall these people have to believe that this is acceptable behavior because you're inside a particular room drives me crazy. But here we go.
Your Honor, I believe Mr. Mata has graced us with his presence. We ask that he be sworn in and put under the rules.
Is there a Mr. Mata in the courtroom? You stand right there at the rail for me, please, and raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm testimony given this cause to be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, self be God.
I don't know what this is
Hey,
about.
Judge, may we approach?
I don't understand what's going on.
I'm swearing you in as a witness. So,
Under what authority, sir?
all right, here it goes, your. Everyone may be seated. Mr. Mata? Is your name Manuel Mata?
Yes, sir.
Your date of birth is 7/8 of 1980.
Yes, sir.
All right. I have issued you an oath to testify truthfully. Are you going to take that oath?
I have a question, sir.
No. Are you going to take that oath?
No.
All right. You are on bond on some cases. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Those bonds are being declared insufficient, Sheriff.
What, sir? What's going on? What did I do? I need my lawyer present, sir.
We will get your lawyer.
You questioned me without a lawyer present. And I don't know what y'all are doing. I don't know what's going on. For what? For what? I asked him a question. I don't have no knowledge of this case. And I just wanted to know who's asking for me to be sworn in. The DA, the defense, the judge, who's asking it? Those are questions I need answers if you're gonna revoke me. You ain't gotta be aggressive with me, dude.
Let me see the lawyers.
Yeah, we can't.
It's gotta be awesome.
Okay. Now he was arrested. They took him in, made his bonds insufficient, put him in jail, ended up releasing him, reinstating the bonds and everything else.
Can I
But
ask a
that
couple
was
questions here? Hold on, let me bring myself up so you can see me. I don't like not being seen if I'm asking questions. All right. Why was he present in court that morning?
he was there. He was not filming. He was there to sit in and listen on the case because he had gone in. He had been there, I think, all week sitting in on the case,
Okay.
listening
So he was not
to everything that was
subpoenaed
going on.
in,
No, he was there as an observer.
and they just plucked him
What they
out
do?
of the
Yeah.
observation bay and locked his ass up, declared him insufficient
Oh,
bonds.
he's not the only. Oh no, he's not the only activist that got called up as a witness.
A
That had
witness.
nothing to do
There
with it.
was right. There was 3 called up other than him that I believe, and one of them they thought was Manuel,
Yeah, I saw that one. That's the one I
and
thought
so
we were watching.
he said, "Well, then who are you? You're Manuel Mata." He was like, "No, I'm not." He said, "Well, what's your name then?" Gave his name, and he said, "Well, I'm calling you up." And we were like, "Well, what the hell?" But he had
Now,
well, what had happened is somebody went to the defense attorney and said, "I want that activist out of here," basically. And so several activists, and they're the only ones who got called up out of the gallery willy nilly and
Yep.
told to get out. Because what they're talking about when they say, and I want them put under the rule, what that is when they call someone up as a witness in a case like this and they want them put under the rule, that means that there's a gag put on them and they're not allowed in the courtroom to hear any of the testimony. So they didn't want any of the activists in there basically reporting on any of this or knowing what was going on inside the courtroom, because you can't come back in until you're called. Once you're called and you testify, then you can sit out in the gallery.
And
But
correct me if
doing
I'm
this,
wrong, they don't have to call you. They can
no,
just
they
put
do
you
not.
under the rule, lay you in the room, do whatever they're going to do, and never call you up.
Yeah, but they went
Correct.
further than that. They revoked his bonds.
Because he refused to take the oath to abide by the gag order that would follow.
Well, yeah,
'Cause he
that's
didn't know
true.
what was going
But
on.
Well, in the state of Texas, because he had those bonds, that put him in the custody of the state, which means
Lawfare.
right, he pretty much had. They were trying to say he had to take the oath, or we'll revoke your bond. You have to do what we tell you, no matter what, because you're on bond with the state.
yeah, right or
And
wrong.
because right, exactly, and because he questioned it, they went ahead and followed that obscure rule that
Yeah, that was
basically
it.
takes
They
your
revoked
choice
him just
away.
for him questioning it.
Right.
Like he still could
But
have
I
been
mean,
like, oh,
yeah, we got him
uh,
back out though.
yeah, he got out after that,
And
right?
yeah, they ended up reinstating the bonds, luckily. But like I said, that one was on live news coverage and it blew up and it went everywhere. Well, after that, um, to my understanding, the DA has since recused himself from the case, and they have hired a special prosecutor to come in just for Manuel.
I believe it.
And I do have the name and the information and all that, but I'm not going to give it out yet because they could end up changing who it is.
Yeah.
But
Probably.
yes, I've gone in and I've looked at the different judges on his cases. I know the DA, I know the special prosecutor.
Can I
I've gone and looked up these people.
try my radio pitch one more time? Maybe it'll work.
Yep.
And if anybody has any
Go for it.
suggestions for some really, really sappy music to put behind this, I would really love to hear it. Preferably something not copyrighted, but I don't care. I just want other people to be able to use it without fear. But so, ladies and gentlemen, today, for merely the price of a cup of coffee, you too could own a prisoner in prison. You could send them the money and they would do whatever it is they will allow them to do in the prison, which isn't much. He gets to sit there. He gets to stare at the various walls that are in his prison cell. And beyond that, he gets to socialize with his bestest buds in the yard. This is not the best place to be, people. We need to get him out of there. It is inappropriate and wrong to keep him trapped like a wild animal. I can do better.
Hey, that was good for on the spot.
It gets better every time.
Oh yeah.
I guess practice makes perfect. We'll get to it. We'll do it.
And the worst part about
well, this next
narrating some H.P. Lovecraft, and maybe doing my Foghorn Leghorn impression while I did the H.P. Lovecraft reading. I thought it might be a little bit funnier than the usual monotone drone that everyone does, because that's how H.P. Lovecraft read it when he read it, and everyone tries to imitate what he did. I don't like it.
No.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
I like yours. Well, the next video that you're going to play is going to be his last video, which he did not go live on YouTube. He actually went live on Facebook. And I got a message saying, Manuel just got arrested. I said, what? He wasn't live. You know what's going on? And they're like, oh, no, he was live on Facebook. So, of course, y'all know me. I went and I snagged the shit. And I put it up on my channel and said, y'all grab it and let's get it out there. What happened was he's walking down the road and he sees a cop speeding, yells out, slow down, in his marvelous Manuel fashion. And she does end up pulling somebody over, but she does not cut on her lights until after the stop. So what happened was she pulled over because Manuel yelled.
Yeah.
And then she has a stop where she then cuts on her lights. And this is that arrest.
Is this the one where she's asking him to back up and he is backing up? And they still call?
Yeah, she tells him to back up away from the car. Then he goes live because she's still in her car. Then he
Yep.
goes live. As he's backing up, he's going live. And then they come in from everywhere, block the roads and shit for a code 3.
Yeah, like he's
come
a
get
bank
Manuel Mata.
robber or a murderer. I forgot about that. They did shut down the road.
Yeah, they blocked the road with their vehicles.
That was crazy. Where's
And
oh
this
hold
is
on, I gotta
his,
make
yeah, and this is that's the one he's in there for now, which they're withholding our funds to be able to get him back out again.
literally.
All right. Geety.
Okay, y'all. I caught this sheriff speeding, this marshal, right? And she told me that she was conducting an investigation, that I had to stand behind her car, that it was a lawful order. I asked her what lawful order, state of penal code I'm violating. She could not. So she called backup. And here they are, people. Can y'all tell me what penal code I'm violating? Can you tell me what penal code I'm violating?
You step back there to that trash.
What law is that?
You can film all you want.
What law is that? Do you understand Turner versus Driver? I need your supervisor on scene.
He's right over there.
Well, I'll talk to him. I don't, that's not a lawful order. I only listen to lawful orders. I only listen to lawful orders. Get your supervisor over here. Look at this shit. I need you over here to control these motherfuckers. I need his name and badge number 2. No, that's not a...
Can I point out the irony we're in? The ironical situation that we have to ask cops to stop police from overstepping their bounds because the cops have stepped out of line.
Well, how many times on these, like with Floyd, George Floyd, when that happened, how many people were saying, call the police, call the police?
Right.
Yep.
There's no backup. There's no second line of defense for our rights. It's the police, and that's it. And they've become so militant as to be basically Gestapo.
And they're the ones hurting
Well,
us.
what gets me,
You know what I mean?
and what gets me is the first officer on scene, they say, has control of the scene. I understand that. However, when something's gone wrong and a supervisor is called, why cannot supervisors not stand up and go, hey, dude, what you did was wrong. Let them go. What? Well, I wasn't here. I didn't see it.
Because
Even though it's
anytime
on
they do
video.
that is an admission of culpability and a few $1 million out of the cops' pockets. But it's
Yep.
not. Instead, they get more funding next year than they got last year because they spent all of their funding like the bureaucracy requires.
They don't come out of their pockets.
Well, why do they try to push him back so far? They're not even giving him a reasonable distance. You know what I mean? It's not even like they're trying to give him something that he'll consider. They're just being
They're attempting
jerks,
to monetize
to put it
him.
nicely.
They don't want him to get
Well, I
anything
mean,
useful is the thing. They back him up so
exactly.
far
And
so he
it's
can't see or hear what's actually going on, and they can still keep their narrative in the trial of whoever this is.
and it's not just Manuel. It's not just Manuel. You got Carolina Fort Worth.
Right?
It's all of
She
them
has
down there.
amazing videos.
I mean,
Yeah.
truth
You got
just left
Harvey
Texas a couple
Freebird.
months ago. Yeah. Yeah, he's good too. But truth be told, left Texas a couple of months ago, and one of the reasons he left Texas was there were so many auditors operating in that area. He went to Louisiana, ran into exactly the same trash.
Oh yeah,
There's a lot going on down there.
it's everywhere.
Yeah, no, it
It's
is, but
everywhere. Well, let's go ahead and finish watching this arrest because we're running on.
Lawful order. Turner versus Driver gives me authority. Y'all have to understand that. Y'all cannot turn a First Amendment protected activity into a crime.
But stay right there. Right back there.
Look, I already gave y'all more than 10 feet.
Stay right there, Mata. I'm standing right here where I'm legally allowed to be. What's his name and badge number? You're a supervisor. What's your name and badge number?
Lawrence, 3494, man.
Okay. Okay. You're condoning this trash. You're condoning this trash.
Be cool, Manny.
I am cool. She didn't have to do that shit.
Be cool, Manny.
I am. I don't like. Look at all this shit. Look at all this shit. Y'all blocked them off for filming.
Be cool, Manny.
Filming. Now you're gonna identify all these officers because it's your job. Well, I need them to come over here and tell me.
Wait right here.
I am.
Good.
I'm standing right here.
I see you.
Yeah, intimidation. That's all bullies. That's all y'all are. Fucking bullies. You're bullies. Y'all use your badge to intimidate. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Yeah, because I'm intimidated by all these cops.
Stay where you are.
I am, dumbass. I've been standing right fucking here where y'all illegally pushed me to. Because y'all gonna learn Turner versus Driver very fucking clearly. Very clearly. Y'all have no authority unless I'm committing a crime. Y'all can't.
Do we have any idea what this was? Was this simply somebody being pulled over?
It ended up being that, but it started out him yelling at her to slow down because she was flying.
She
with
turned
no
around just for him.
emergency lights on, no siren. Yeah,
Yeah.
there
So
was
who
no
got
emergency
pulled
light,
over
no
the road?
siren going.
Who's this car pulled
There's
over right
it,
in the road?
I have no idea. Just that gray
I'm
car up
very
there. She
confused.
pulled up behind him. Yeah, she was speeding and flying, and he told her to
Yo.
slow down and all of this stuff. And then the next thing he knew, she's pulling off to the side of the road behind that gray car and then turning on her lights.
Okay.
So
All right. So that
she
car
was
is not pulling
speeding
over.
without
They're doing
emergency
this.
gear.
They're doing this because he said something.
Yeah, they're
Man,
there for that. They're there for him. Like they
Oh.
cut it around, did a U-turn, everything came back for him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to get that clear because this is blowing my mind.
No, that's kind of an important part. You know what I mean?
Apparently I missed this one. Huh.
Well,
All right,
he's
I'm
had
sorry.
an interaction with the original officer, the one who was speeding. He has had an interaction with her in the past, and the
Right.
trespass that she tried to implement on him got rescinded before they even left the building, and she was not happy about it. And this is that same cop.
She's just
Okay,
looking
I
for
got
a
it.
reason.
All right, we'll let it roll.
Turn a First Amendment protected activity into a crime.
She asked him 3 times to get away from her window.
I did, sir. Look, I was standing over there. I'm way over.
How many times did she ask you?
While she was saying it, I was moving backwards, asking her. So I was complying.
Okay. We'll review
It's on video.
Okay. We'll review
I wish I would review videos of my illegal arrests. I wish y'all would do that. I asked her what the penal code I was violating, sir. Because y'all know interference, right? Subsection D. Speech alone cannot be considered interfering. Do you understand that, right? It's a physical act, sir. You do understand that, right? So if you allow them to arrest me, you are part of the conspiracy now. Because I'm not violating no law, sir. None. I can walk up to her car and film her. That's protected. It's a protected activity. You understand that clearly, don't you, sir?
Manny, you're obviously not listening.
I did. Y'all put. I complied.
Bloviate and talk. Not just
I complied with your orders.
I'll babysit you and we'll stay.
I complied with every order y'all gave me.
Just hang out. Just run your mouth and stay right there.
That's crazy, dude. I need your lieutenant. If y'all gonna arrest me for not committing a crime, I need your lieutenant.
Okay, man, you're under arrest right now for interference.
That's fine. It's all on film.
Go ahead and turn your camera off.
That's crazy, dude. Y'all doing illegal activity. Don't worry, y'all being watched. I love this shit. What crime did I commit?
Interference with public duty.
You saw it? You saw it? You saw it, sir? You witnessed it. Okay, thank you. Article 14.06 through 01. Y'all don't have authority to arrest me. I did not commit a crime, but I accept it. I'll let y'all do whatever y'all want illegal to me.
I've read every book of the Bible, but I can't quote that.
You want this turned off? I mean, what do we need to do with this? Finish?
He's gonna
I love how he says y'all are being watched. watched.
Yeah, because
'Cause they
he
are.
knows
They're
sooner or later his day's gonna come.
oh yeah, they're being watched closely. I
You
mean,
know,
all around them. You know, and it's
the
already
weird
down in
thing,
Texas right now for Harris County. It ain't that to
the weird
Tarrant.
thing is to me that when you talk about individuals on the internet who talk about being followed by groups of people, they call that gang stalking. And you call the individual a targeted individual. Most of these people are stark raving batshit barmy. But my man looks much like a targeted individual.
How else would you put it?
Manuel.
Yeah. I mean,
And this is just 4. This is just 4 of his arrests. I didn't go and get all of them. This is just the last 4.
yeah,
They
I
just
went
keep
through
getting
some of this
crazier and
with
crazier.
I went through some of this with Car Thief News a couple months ago. The last time he was put in the pen before this most recent one. And we sat down and went through about 8 of the different accounts of arrest. I don't know what the charges were. Car Thief never mentioned that. I think he was drinking when we did it, so it worked.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
I knew he was going to be something
But
important
no,
just by the way everybody else talked about him. Because everybody else that I talked to always had something good to say about him. Like it, didn't seem like it was a split. Like everybody was like, Manuel Mata's the dude, and he's the one that like
Look, buddy,
gets it done.
let me explain about Car Thief. You don't exactly get to pop the hood on Car Thief without his permission. And when he calls me up at 3 a.m., hammered to the gills, and is like, "Look, Sasquatch, I need you to check my boy out over here, Manuel Mata. My man's got some problems. He needs some help, and I think you might be the guy to be able to help him." So, well, I'll help if I can, man. I don't know what I can do. Just do things. You really need to take a thought. I love my man, I do. But when I saw what they
yeah.
had done to this gentleman, I I just can't abide by this.
No.
It's inappropriate and wrong. No part of this country
And
permits
it's over and over. And it's repeated over and over. The same
That's one of the
thing.
most craziest parts. Like, is how many times they've done it to
it's
just
like
him.
I swear to God, it feels like he's fallen down an escalator and it just keeps going on.
Yes, that's the best way to put it.
Exactly. And
And but as Heather
we're
said, it's not
trying to
just him, dude.
no, but I mean, right now, I mean, he definitely is a political prisoner for the simple fact that this judge is withholding the money that we've got invested to get him out.
How many people
Oh
does it
yeah.
take the class action?
Yep.
That I'm
I
not
mean,
that I'm unsure of.
haven't y'all already put in like what 1,800 the first time?
Well, no, we ended up with a very generous man who, put up 18,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, he put up 18.5 thousand that the court holding on to right now. Excuse me, not the court. This judge is
Lawfare.
holding on
This
to.
is lawfare, ladies and gentlemen. These people are utilizing the law to impoverish this gentleman to the point that he can no longer compete on an equal footing with the court. They are completely castrating this individual in the eyes of the law. They are completely divesting this individual of every bit of support and financial capability of fighting any false arrests or allegations that are out there. This is inappropriate on high.
Exactly. And that's why we're here. That's, hopefully through the weekend, your viewers will come in and watch and decide to help so that we can get him home, get him out of there, get him with his attorney and start this fight.
he doesn't have a fair shot if he's sitting in jail. You know what I mean? So the
Exactly.
best way for him to have a shot at anything is to fight it from being home. And it's who. I mean, I don't feel right knowing that there's somebody sitting in jail right now that did that for that. He didn't do anything, and
No, he hasn't done anything wrong except expose bag tops and corrupt government. And they do
yeah,
not. I mean, it's to the point that Fort Worth, it was proposed to them by a board that they need to get a civilian oversight committee for the police department,
yep,
which the city has said, yeah, no, we like it like it is. We don't need civilian oversight, not for our
yeah.
police. So they have decided against an oversight committee. That's how corrupt Fort Worth is. They don't want the transparency. There
Denver.
are two women.
Sorry.
There are two women who are running
Mhm.
for office. Who was it? It was Teresa Ramirez is running for District 4 council seat so that she can be on the city council. And Jennifer Castillo is running for mayor. So any of y'all that are out there in Fort Worth and y'all are going to be voting, those two women, they are for transparency. Let's get people in office that want transparency and will back our auditors.
That's one of the biggest differences we can make, getting people in office. So
Most definitely. But y'all,
oh,
if y'all can give anything that y'all can so that we can get him out, get him home, get him with his lawyer, get this fight going, I'd seriously appreciate it. I know these guys up here would love it, but it's been over an hour and a half, and I've got to go.
All right.
yeah, and
I
everybody
appreciate
sees, dude. This dude didn't commit no real crimes. You know what I mean? He's using he's out there exercising his most basic freedoms, redressing his government. He's not over. You know what I mean? And they're really out there arresting him for interfering and obstructing every time. It doesn't matter if he's 3 feet away. It doesn't matter if he's 2 football fields away. If he has a camera in his hand, they're gonna
in
come
2
and arrest
cases,
him.
both cases, he was walking away from the scene when they tackled
Yes,
him. In
that
one case, he was
Exactly.
having a conversation with an officer at the time, and the officer was confusing. In all honesty, he was confusing with his question, but the officer attempted to answer it inappropriately. He answered affirmatively to a question that should have been answered negatively, and so Mata thought he could walk down the sidewalk. Why he might think he couldn't is beyond me. It's a sidewalk. That's what it's
yeah.
for.
Hey,
I
love you
don't get it.
guys. I'm out of here.
Much love. I appreciate you getting me involved.
Later, Heather.
Oh, anytime. Love you guys.
Night. Sleep good. I don't know, guys.
Oh,
It blows my mind. It blows my mind that they could do so many times to him, and that he's
y'all
still
see this,
sitting in
right?
jail.
This camera has this little black border on it that's always there, except sometimes when it's not for some reason, and it's not there today. It's beautiful. Look at it. There's no
I just seen it.
there's no edge. It does look. It's just an invisible edge.
It
I
has
cannot
a-
do that on purpose. I don't know why that happens sometimes and doesn't happen. I'm sorry. I apologize.
You're good. I appreciate you, bud.
If you do something like this again, I would suggest car thief. He's in jail for a unrelated, I guess you would call it Second Amendment issue.
No. Actually, I don't know how much they explain to you. That was the original
That's what got me
plan.
in the first place.
Yeah, we could definitely do something for him too.
I love Manuel Mata. Don't
No, me
misunderstand
too.
me. But when I was approached, it was supposed to be for car thief, and it was supposed to be yesterday. But I was like, no, I'll do Manuel too. Just keep me in the
Yeah.
list for doing things like this.
No, we'll do it if you want. Yeah, definitely. I still want to. Car Thief's one of my moderators. Like I love Car Thief. And
You know how I met Car Thief? I was trolling NC Tyrant Hunters because I've met NC Tyrant Hunter a couple of times, and I was trolling on him just being funny. And Car Thief popped up in comments like a white knight savior. And when and my response to him was to send him an email with a StreamYard link and no explanation. And the very second he popped up, I said, "Brother, I've got to interview your beard. I don't care what happens after this, whatever conversation we're fixing to have. I have to have an interview on my channel with your beard." He went, "That is the strangest thing I've ever heard. We're going to be friends."
And you've been friends ever since?
Yeah, no, it's pretty much like two peas in the pods. I send him, when I get drunk, I send him pictures of Richard Nixon. Sometimes bowls of noodles.
No, I like him. He was always around, and he was always around to help too. That's why I like Car Thief. He would always help out in any way he could.
Yeah, I dig him. I dig it.
But,
I can't say he has the most engaging content on earth, but he's a hell of a guy. He really is.
Yeah. I mean, as a moderator and a friend, dude, he does his job.
Oh, yeah, he's a moderator on my channel. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mine too.
He came in and did an interview. He sure did. He came in and did a whole show with me. Considering I had like 75 subscribers at the time.
Why not? We'll work on it. Well, I'll talk to Heather and Melissa, and we'll definitely set something up because I don't want to wait on that either. You know what I mean? He deserves it.
Yeah, no, my email is my channel name at Gmail. So
okay, perfect. I'll hit you up.
I'm willing to do 3 shows a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And that's negotiable. The time is negotiable. I don't care about that part. But
okay.
Beyond that, yeah, I don't care what kind of channel you have. If you sit around with your knitting circle and still tell Bigfoot stories in front of the fireplace, we can talk about that.
I agree. That's awesome, dude.
YouTube content, at least a handful of subscribers. That's all I require.
It is. I've met so many weird people off YouTube, but like cool people too, like that do a bunch of different stuff. And I watch some people's stuff, and I'm like, what is going on here? But
I also am a retired troll, and I do these things after dark after the show where I give people advice on how to deal with certain types of trolling and what types of trolling to watch for, and what I call there's soft trolling and hard trolling. Soft trolling is where you come in and you pretend to be a good viewer of the channel, but the whole time there's just this weird edge to it until you get that mod status, and then you just crash the channel. See, only a retired troll can speak this way. I can tell you all the secrets, but I can't name names.
That's funny.
All right, man. Just kick me out anytime you get ready. I'm used to the gig.
No, I will. I got you, bud. I'm definitely gonna keep you on mind for the Car Thief thing because I think it's good to have people that you know what I mean, his friends. You know what I mean, and
absolutely,
he'd appreciate that.
I've honestly developed a Car Thief litmus test. If I encounter somebody on YouTube that's in just general sphere, because I interview people all over YouTube, not just the First Amendment, Second Amendment community, not just activists. But if they're in the activist sphere, I kind of send them over to Car Thief and see how they react to him and how he reacts to them. And then I know if they're a good person or not, because he's like a good dog. He can evil.
He will too. He's not going to bring you no trash.
No, he'll hit you up like immediately and be like, "Dude, I don't even know why you sent that guy my way. He's obviously a Fed."
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so too.
He's a good dude.
Much love.
We'll figure out a time soon, dude, and we'll make something work. And we'll do something for him.
Are you trying to figure out how to end the stream classily?
Yeah, I wanted you to do the thing one more time, to be honest.
Okay. Right. I really need to get like some visuals to throw up.
I was trying to get at it nicely.
I got a little something. Hold on. Let me do this. This is a little better than just. Okay, here we go.
Hold on, let me make it big. so everybody can see the sunrise.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have come here this evening to have that discussion about freedoms and amendments and whether or not your local police are going to support your freedoms and your amendments. Currently, we have an individual who is locked up. He has his freedoms taken from him because he practiced the First Amendment. He filmed officers in the course of their duties. He might have been a little mouthy during the process, but that's also the First Amendment. And he's in jail. They locked him up for nothing more than speaking his mind and having an opinion. And in my book, that's wrong. So that's what we're here for tonight, folks. Remember, sharing is your superpower on YouTube. Only you can change the laws. How's that?
It's perfect, and I just wanted to thank everybody for coming out. Seriously looking into this. It's Manuel Mata's a good dude, and he didn't break the law. I mean, I don't think he broke the law. I don't think any of us here think he broke the law. And he is being targeted, I feel like, and it's a problem. And without alone, he's gonna be abused a lot more than if we start to band together. I know when he was on the phone, some things that stuck out that he said were, we got to use our brains now, and we need to team up. Like, I was listening when he was speaking, and those are very important things. We're not going to change anything. I mean, by ourselves, we need to team up. And
this doesn't come down to a political perspective. This doesn't come down to a class issue. This is not a race issue. He was not locked up because he is Hispanic. He was not locked up because he was black. He was locked up because he was filming, because he spoke his mind in public, and they put him in jail.
Yep.
He came up with an absurd bond, cashed out, and they went, nope, that's not good enough. You have to stay in jail. Because why? Because he wouldn't swear on a stack of Bibles, that he wouldn't speak on an event that was deemed private by a judge. That seems shady off the books, man.
Yep. The stuff they're doing to him is blatant, and I feel like if we can do our part, we should. It's the least we could do. You know what I mean?
It is absolutely blatant and unobstructed lawfare. They are impoverishing this gentleman to keep him from changing the laws in a beneficial fashion for the people.
Yep. It's Fort Worth, man, denying the civilian review board. Let's hold his cash bond so he can't get out again. They're literally just acting like there is no law that they have to abide by. Like they can just do whatever they want to do.
Absolute madness. You know, I'm not a huge fan of democracy. I know that's bold words, but here's the thing. Democracy is the way 51% devour the 49%. Democracy is 3 wolves and a sheep deciding what's for dinner.
Yeah. How's it worked out for us? It hasn't worked out that great.
We are not a democracy. Never make that mistake. Everyone makes this error. You hear it on the news, you hear it in Congress, you hear it. We are not a democracy. We are a representative republic.
Yeah.
All democracies end in flames. All communist dictatorships end in bullets. And all socialist states end in absolute decrepitude. They all cash out.
Yeah. It's
Great American Experiment has been one of the most stable governments established, and it took 150 years of shenanigans by politicians to shake the tree of freedom to the point that patriots started falling from the branches. How dare they in the first place? But in the second place, do you remember what Tojo said when he was refused to invade the mainland of the U.S.? In the event that an army lands on the U.S. shores, they will find a gun behind every blade of grass. Amen, brother. Second Amendment.
Well, thank you, bud. I'm gonna jump off and eat some dinner. I'll be in touch, and we'll play in Car Thief soon.
Do it, man. Like I said, emails, CaucasianSasquatch@gmail. Hit me up anytime. I check it about twice a week, maybe.
All right, yeah.
So,
I'll send you an email this weekend and we'll try to figure something out.
But yeah, but hook up on me. I got a couple of buddies in the whole YouTube sphere, and if I get enough lead time, we might be able to get a few people involved.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe.
We'll see what we can do.
All right, brother. Peace out. I'm gonna step back.
Later. Thank you so much, bro.